Welcome to UI.2 module Enhancing Mendix pages. In this short video, I will explain Mendix widget nesting and listen to widget data source features in Mendix and show them in action through Mendix applications. In Mendix, one way to represent the associated entities of an entity is to nest them into the data view of the entity using a list widget. In the example here, we see orders of a customer in a data grid enclosed by the customer data view. Association data source type is key for linking the enclosing and the enclosed data widgets. In other words, the entities of the enclosed list widget will be retrieved over their association with the entity of the enclosing data view. The Listen to Data widget is a data source option for data views that allows a data view to constantly listen to entity selection events in a list widget on the same page. When an entity is selected in the list widget, data view refreshes its content for the selected entity. In the example here, we see a products data grid and a data view for a product. Upon product selection in the data grid, the product details in the data view are instantly updated. Consider this requirement. When a customer is selected, its orders are immediately shown on the same page. The design we see here illustrates a solution for this requirement using both Listen to widget and widget nesting features. The main design idea here is this. The customer data view at the bottom listens to the data grid at the top. Inside the customer data view is a nested orders data grid, which sources its data from customer order association. Thus, it refreshes the orders to display as the enclosing data view's customer is updated. Simply, when a customer is selected in the customers list on the top grid, data view hears about the customer, and consequently, the orders are updated in the data grid at the bottom. Let's implement this design in our toy project. In our initial customers page, we have a data grid for customers. The data grid's name is Customers Data Grid. Now, we want to see orders of a selected customer in a data grid on the same page. For this, we will first add a data view for selected customer, and then we will add a data grid into this data view to display the selected orders of a customer. I will also add labels to separate the grids from each other. I will add the label selected customer for the data view customer. And I will add some space. And this data view will listen to customer's data grid. When the customer is selected on the grid, this data view will display the details for the selected customer. This will be a read-only data view. I will add another label for the selected customer's orders data grid. And add the data grid. I will select association as the data source, and the orders of the customer will be available as the data to show in the grid. I don't need these buttons, I will remove them. Now let's run the application and see the changes on customers page. As you can see, when I select one customer from customers data grid, the data view is refreshed with the selected customer's details, together with the nested data grid that shows the orders of the selected customer. Barış has 2 orders. Sol has 1, and Jane does not have any orders. In this short video, we have seen widget nesting and using listen to widget data source, which are 2 versatile features of Mendix. You can use these features in your projects to develop enhanced interactive pages and present data for associated entities in a single view. Here's a list of other resources I can recommend for learning these 2 features. You can read the sections from Mendix official documentation page and watch Bike Shop annotated videos for UI design. See you in the next module.